drone detected. They say the Eagle has claimed the Doxo drop. Now detecting contaminated gear. Rogue Firefly detected. Rogue Stinger Hive detected. Rogue Explosive Seeker Mine detected. Rogue Defender drone detected. Detonated gear detected. Rogue Fixer drone detected. Now detecting contaminated gear. Now detecting contaminated gear. Oak Striker drone detected. Rogue Explosive Seeker Mine detected. Contaminated gear detected.
Yo, what's up, you guys? Your mans is back with another one. Let's just go and dive straight into it, man. This is my armor regen build. I use this for PvP. As you can see, I'm using Firewall. I use it for the med kit or for the armor kit. I'm using the Eagle Bear with the Vector, and it's with 3 Gila, 2 Golan, and 1 Murakami. So let me go ahead and just break down the build for you guys. The reason why I'm using the Eagle Bear instead of any another AR, I would rather run the Police M4 with Strained, but I can't because I don't have as much crit chance as I could have. So the idea behind this build is to have as much armor regen with crit chance, so that way I can get all my crit damage from the talent from Strained. So breaking down the build, I'm using Gila Mask with max armor. It has max armor regen with crit chance and incoming repairs. And the reason why I'm using incoming repairs on this build is not for armor regen, because it does not work with armor regen. I'm using it for the unbreakable so that I get more armor back whenever if my unbreakable pops. Another alternative is to actually use armor on kill and then use the gunner specialist so that you get armor on kill. You can stack that armor on kill. Going into the bag, I have weapon damage. I rolled weapon damage on here. I'm going to explain why. I have armor regen with crit damage, incoming repairs, and versatile. So the whole thing about this build is it's pretty tough to make because you almost need everything to come as is. Like, you can everything has to be perfect basically. So for this bag, I needed armor regen and versatile to already be on here. and the thing to do most of the damage, you actually want crit chance. So in a perfect world, I'd have max armor regen and crit chance instead of crit damage. And then going into the chest piece, I have by the way, I have incoming repairs on here as well. And then on the chest piece, I have max armor, explosive resistance, max armor regen, and then incoming repairs with unbreakable. So this was another piece that needed to be perfect. I went ahead and rolled armor regen on here, so I needed max armor and unbreakable to already be on here. And like I said, it's missing the crit chance. So in a perfect world, I'd have crit chance instead of the explosive resistance. And then going into the holster, actually I'll go ahead and keep going with the no, we'll go into Golden. So for the holster, I have a Golden. So the reason why I'm running the 2-piece Golden is for the 1% armor regen. And I don't have max armor in here, but I do have crit chance, and I was able to roll max armor regen on here. So I don't have max crit chance on here, and I don't have max armor. I could have much more armor and crit chance on this build. And then on the knee pads, I'll go with the with the gloves. I went ahead and rolled weapon damage because I wanted to run with 2 reds and 4 blues. So this has crit damage and then max armor regen. So in a perfect world, once again, if I could have that max crit chance, it would be great. And then on the knee pads, this is one of the most important pieces of the build. So as far as the knee pads, I went ahead and rolled armor on here. These come with the skill tier already on it, as all Murakami already does. And this has 1% armor regen. So the whole thing about armor regen, it's all dependent on how much armor you have. So my initial idea behind this build was to run like 4 reds and 2 blues and have all this armor regen that I have stacked. But the issue is it didn't regen as fast as I expected it to. So like I said, it's all dependent on how much armor you have. The tankier you are, the faster your armor regen will be. So I had with this version, as you guys saw in the video, the armor regen is actually pretty fast. And my stats, my armor regen is at 68k. Yeah, my armor regen is at, if I can go here. Okay, there we go. My armor regen is at 68k. And if I went ahead and switched, say, my gloves over to armor, I'd have even more armor regen. And that's not even counting the fact that I don't have max armor regen on all of my pieces. Where is it? Was it my bag? Yeah, my bag. And I don't have armor regen on health, so I could do more armor regen. Actually, you know what? I don't think I can do that. I'm sorry. Actually, I never checked. I should have checked that. I'm not sure if I can replace more armor regen for health, but if I couldn't, then I would replace the health with crit chance. So you can run with reds on this build and have armor regen. But the whole thing about this is you don't really need to do all that damage because the versatile does that for you. So the versatile amplifies total weapon damage for 10 seconds when swapping between your primary and secondary weapons. I'm using an SMG and an AR for this. So for SMGs, once I switch to an SMG and the target is within 15 meters, I get 35% extra damage. And then with my AR, when enemies are between 15 and 25 meters, it's 10% extra damage. So this is a really good talent. This is a top tier talent right here. So the build, it all meshes well with each other. I only have about 20% crit chance, and that's with my Eagle Bearer, and then with my SMG. Let's go ahead and switch. Whoops, sorry guys. With my SMG, I only have like 35%, and that's because I actually need to put crit. That's headshot, so I could do instead. I should have crit damage on here instead on that, and I have crit chance everywhere on my SMG. So I have a bit more crit damage now, but I only have 35% crit chance. So I'm missing crit chance on my knee pads, on my bag, my chest piece, my bag and my chest piece. So that's probably, what do you get, about 9% for each one? I believe it's 9% for each one. Correct me if I'm wrong, but that's a lot of, that's 20 plus crit chance that I'm missing on this build. So like I said, I would switch the Eagle Bearer out for my Police 4, and I'd be doing so much, I wouldn't say so much more damage, but I'd be Yeah, I'd probably be doing more damage, to be honest. It's my police 4, actually police M4 hits, and the only thing is if I had damage to target out of cover instead of crit damage, it would be hitting even harder. So as far as the skills that I'm running the Jammer Pulse for all the skills that people are dropping, and then I run the Defender Drone only when necessary. Like I said, you don't really need healing skills for this build because your armor regen so fast. And then as far as my stats, as far as everything else, it's only 67k weapon damage as of right now. Like I said, I'm still trying to farm for better pieces, but this is basically the better part of the build. This is the build that I used in this video for the clips that are shown in this video, and this build can be improved. So I'm looking for more Murakami knee pads that already have crit chance and the armor regen on there. That way I can just roll off the armor. And then on the bag, of course, I'm looking for crit chance instead of crit damage. And then on my chest piece, looking for crit chance instead of explosive resistance. So for the better part of it, this build is already pretty, it's just about there. It's just about finding those perfect pieces, you know. And then if I can find another holster with more armor, that'll be pretty cool. But that's the gist of the build, you guys. Go ahead and give it a try, man. This is an underrated build. I actually saw a couple people running this yesterday when I was in the DZ. I've been trying to make this build for like the past 3 weeks, but between me just playing other games and just being sick of the skill builds on here, I didn't put as much effort and time into it as I could have. But my boy Joker, Stray for Light, was actually able to give me these knee pads, so that's actually what brought me back. Because I spent like 3 days looking for these knee pads and I just wasn't getting them. So shout out to you, boy, helping me out getting these knee pads. But alright, you guys, I hope you guys have enjoyed the video. Like and subscribe, and I will catch you guys later, man. Peace out.
Rogue agent detected. Rogue Stinger Hive detected.
Chopper will leave in 30 seconds. Contaminated gear. Nearby rogue agent killed. Returning to base.